Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Chamber Calls April 2019. This is Cary Condotta reporting from downtown Lake Chelan in front of the Vogue. We're going to take a short trip down to the Chamber of Commerce and see what's happening here in Chelan, and then we're going to come back and do a short interview on a really special event and a few other things with the mayor of Lake Chelan, Mike Cooney. So let's take a walk to the Chamber, and then we'll come back and talk to Mayor Cooney. All right, looks like by the list here, April is a very full month for events. Tell us a little bit about it, Phil.
Well, April kicks off just right behind March with many events, and so we're going to start off in April with the annual Earth Day event. That's going to kick off on the 20th, and again, the Earth Day event has a lot of things to offer, from a garden center to gardening demonstrations, book sales, children's activities, just lots and lots of things going on up here in Riverwalk Park on Earth Day, or the 20th, that Saturday. So that's a great event to bring your family up to, and lots of things going on.
That event has been getting bigger every year with more vendors and more exciting things. One of the things that I think is exciting is the electric cars tend to show up. People come up and show off the electric cars, which is something you don't see a lot of around here.
That's very true, Cary. We have a couple of citizens here in the valley that actually are very instrumental in the electric car arena for North Central Washington. Mm-hmm. So yeah, we're very fortunate to have those folks in town, and the electric cars that come to the show. So lots and lots of exciting things.
Something for everybody at Earth Day. Okay, and then we move on from there.
Well, also. Going on is the Lake Chelan Spring Release. That's the 20th and 21st and the 27th and 28th. So this is a time to come out and sample and try the wines that were bottled, the whites and rosés earlier in the year, and this will be your first try for those to get ready for the summer purchasing of those whites and rosés.
Now that's really kind of kicks off the wine season, but the wineries really go year-round here. I mean, they're open, the tasting rooms are open most of the time, and they're really still doing things, but that really starts the motion towards summer and all the other events that go around the wineries, right?
It really is. I guess if you were to say this is the season that they start, it really is the season that they start. They don't really follow a calendar like most of us do, but so this really kicks off their season is the Lake Chelan Spring Release.
And there are a bunch of new wineries, or quite a few. I've seen new ones going on down the street here, Noviella and some others that should probably be open this year.
It sure seems like there's a few new ones that are coming. Yes, Noviello especially has been actually a chamber member with us for a couple of years, and we're just anxious for those guys to get open and join the rest of the wineries in the valley.
That's a beautiful facility. If you haven't seen it on your way into town, it's on the right. It is looking fabulous. Can't wait to see that open. Okay, and there's more.
There is more. The 26th, 27th, and 28th, Unwind and Explore takes off, and that's mind, body, spirit facilitators throughout North Central Washington. They're going to be offering a 3-day empowering event here in the valley, so that's always a good event to come up to as well. I believe they were in the 3rd year of that.
There is a lot of variety here in April, and I think the other thing we need to mention to the folks, when you're coming up in this particular time frame, the rates are very reasonable. This is kind of technically off-season, even though it's getting busier every year. You can save a lot of money on your lodging compared to later on when all the tourists show up.
Absolutely. We see specials going on all the time, so it's very reasonable to come up right now.
All right, there you have it. April in Chelan, a good time to come up and see what's going on. We will be back in May to talk about the summer program, which is coming very quickly, but do not bypass spring. It's one of the most beautiful times ever here in Lake Chelan. All right, folks, we're here with Mike Cooney, Mayor of Chelan, Washington, just getting caught up a little bit on what's going on in Chelan. Mike, tell us about how the winter went.
Well, we forgot all about it since the sun came out.
Kind of seems that way. It's busy out here.
Yeah, it left like in a 12-hour period. We had snow. We had a couple feet of snow around town, and then the sun came out. It was 60 degrees, and then all of a sudden more people started coming. Yeah. The winter went well. It was, I just think about, we're in our 14th year of business here, and it was extremely slow. And things have picked up throughout each year has just picked up more momentum, and I think that's true for all businesses.
I'm hearing that from the merchants around here. It's just a terrific winter. The Winterfest went very well. Had a
Terrific.
little bit of glitch with the snow there on the chocolate and wine thing, but it came together.
Yeah.
But overall, it seems like you've kind of rounded out the seasons, more like Leavenworth has been able to do, getting a full season rather than this short little, summer thing going on.
Yeah, there's still an element of town that's really cool that after Labor Day, people say we get, we get to see each other again on a more regular basis.
Right.
We get to see people in the grocery store or at the coffee shop or wherever. So there's definite season, the in season, the off season.
Sure. Yeah.
And so the off season is rather enjoyable. Our bank accounts don't like it as well as the in season, but it's good. Things
Well,
are
it
good
is.
in
It's
Chelan.
kind of two faces of Chelan, because during the summer it is really hectic around here. But to kick off that summer season, there is a major event that we're co-sponsoring, the Wine and Jazz Festival. I am really excited about this. I didn't make it last year, but that was the first year. And this year, 25 performances, 11 venues. This is pretty big stuff. Are you excited about this?
Very excited. I think hats off to Kevin and Holly Brown from Siren Song, who were the instigators, the organizers, and they have surrounded themselves with great people. They have good sponsorships, great musicians. We had so much fun last year. The organization is incredibly great around this whole. It's worth every penny of the ticket, as all the different great acts that you can walk downtown or go around to wineries. They're going to have free shuttle service, so you don't have to worry about driving.
Yeah, that was fascinating. Saturday, I guess you can get on the bus, literally go from venue to venue, and if you want to, leave that venue, just get on, go to the next one. Of course, there's wine tasting and there's alcohol at most of these places, so that's a good idea. You are one of the venues right here at the Vogue, right?
We are, yeah.
And how many shows will you have here over the weekend?
We'll have 2 shows. We had 2 shows last year, and I was facetiously joking with Kevin and Holly that they were the most organized nights we've ever had at the Vogue, because usually it's borderline chaos.
Yes, I've been here for the Borderline Chaos,
Yeah.
but I do appreciate you bringing live music into the town all year long. That's always a good treat.
Yeah.
So,
14 years.
you've been doing that for 14 years.
1,482 shows.
Look at that. He even knows what the numbers are. It's pretty amazing. It is a
Well,
lot
I
of
needed
fun.
a calculator.
Well, after the Wine and Jazz Fest, you go right into full speed, don't you? Full speed summer. We get
Yeah.
into the 3-day weekend.
Memorial Day. And
I think this is going to be a big one. What do you think? Huge year?
I think it's going to be a great year, and we're doing everything we can to make it good as far as preparing the town for wildfire season, which is
That's always the challenge, isn't
it's
it?
always a challenge. And it's as far as we had a town hall meeting a couple weeks ago, and it was a very good turnout, and it was what people can get and do around their properties. And there's a ton of free services from the fire department, Cascadia Conservation District. So when I think about summer, I think about how much fun it is, but then how quickly that fun can change with the fire season and the smoke and all that. So we're doing everything we can to be preventative. We have free brush dumping up at the dump. It sounds so silly, but we're not allowed to
No.
burn within the city limits, so we did the
Right.
next best thing and open up our dump for, you can bring as much of the fuel plants around your house, pull them out and bring them up.
There you go. Bring your fire.
Bring your brush.
Bring your brush, because we don't want to see these fires. And I tell you, I think the state's done a lot of changes in the way they attack these fires, and it's just looking a little bit better. I hope we're over the worst of it.
Yeah, I
and
hope so.
we just need that August to be a full August like it used to be. So
Yeah.
let's hope that's the case. Mike, anything you want to add before we move on to down the road?
Well, there's, I think, some exciting things happening around town. As you drove into town, you probably saw where the Wooden Avenue Bridge is one-way now. The sidewalks are double on one side and increased on the other. That's for walkability. Then you probably saw it tore up, and that concrete, there'll be sidewalks put back, and there'll be a pedestrian mall with plantings and seating benches, really cool benches made out of granite rock, and just there's going to be bike lanes in town, so the walkability is going to be, I think, huge.
So this is more than just a change in the bridge. I mean, this affected the whole town, the
Yeah.
traffic patterns, and
Yeah.
it looks like it's just going to be terrific. And well, last time we were here, we were on that bridge, and people were still going the wrong way. Is that still happening, or is it getting better?
Oh yeah, it's It's an odd. It's
We were laughing because we were standing there doing a report, and people were driving the wrong way. So hopefully that gets squared away.
That was my mom.
Okay. All right. There you have it.
Yeah.
The mayor's mom. She can drive backwards on the bridge.
Yeah. No, that's coming along great. A couple quick little things
Yep.
that we're working on. It is a tourist town. We know it full on. We accept that. There's no blame to be put on it. But in tourist towns, if you don't stay ahead of things, and as mayor, I want to make sure that our middle class stays, so we don't have the haves and the have-nots, and the middle class is gone. And we have seen a disappearing middle class in our town. So we're working extremely hard on building. We formed a housing trust, and we're going to break ground on building 17 homes this summer for they'll sell for right around $220,000. You have to have some meaningful tie to Chelan to get in line for these. And we're looking at building 300 of these homes over the next 5 to 10 years. So it's a housing trust where the land is donated. So if you have land that you want to donate, call me. Or
Got the plug.
It's also on capital contributions, and nobody's going to do it but ourselves.
Well, this is an issue all over the place. It's not just in Chelan, so
Oh,
I'm glad you're
definitely.
trying to get ahead of it. Housing is a big problem. Well, it's been great visiting with you. You got
Well, I
you
have
got a
one
lot on the
more.
plate. You got one more. All right, we got one more minute. What do you want to say?
I have one more, and it's an iconic thing right outside our front window, our front door here.
Yep.
And it's the Chelan Butte, and it is the majority of the face of it is owned by a gentleman who I flew down and visited with, and we have basically come to terms on buying the Butte. Now we have to raise the money for doing that. So if you know of anybody that would like to help
Buy
join
the Butte. That's the new pitch, huh?
save our butt, or
Save
save our
Save our Butte.
Save our
okay,
Butte.
well, I got you. Well, that's interesting. And that's the city. Will the city purchase that, or is
Yeah,
it,
the city,
or a trust?
and
It'd be a city.
the city would do it
Okay.
along with a couple other key
All right.
partners, and the idea would be not to develop it. It has been turned around and used against me. I want to make sure that people know that we are buying it for this one simple reason, and it's to keep it development free and build trails and biking trails.
Excellent. All right, there you have it. There's the synopsis on everything that's going on in Lake Chelan. There's a lot going on here. We'll be right back. All right, we've moved on from Chelan down to the city of Wenatchee, right here in front of the new City Hall. We're going to take a walk down to the Chamber of Commerce and see what's happening here in April. Welcome back to Chamber Calls. We are here at the Wenatchee Valley Chamber of Commerce, and we are talking to Jerry Lee about what's happening in April. This is a really exciting month. A lot going on for spring here in Wenatchee.
We're always busy. I don't think it slows down for us.
I think you're right, and you just had a fantastic banquet.
We did.
Yep.
It was a wonderful celebration. It's our favorite event of the year. It's the largest event, 600 guests, but we got to recognize some amazing businesses and people here in the community and showcase them a little bit.
Well, tell us who won the big awards.
Yes, the award winners are always exciting. So we give 3 awards each year. We do a Business of the Year award, a Nonprofit of the Year award, and we also recognize a Cornerstone Award, and that's an award that the chamber staff chooses and based off of kind of our values and who we think needs to be honored and respected in the community. So the Business of the Year award, it was really tough because we had some amazing nominations. Salcedo Connections, 501 Consultants. But the winner this year was Cashmere Valley Bank.
Oh my goodness, yes.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
neighborhood bank.
Yeah. What is it? The big little bank with a big circle of friends.
That's right. They've had that
them.
slogan since I've been here for 25 or 30 years, and they have done an amazing job.
They have done an amazing
Banks
job.
come and go, but Cashmere Valley Bank
Yeah.
is solid as a rock.
A lot of good people there.
Yep.
And then the Nonprofit of the Year, we recognized in our nominations Washington Tree Fruit Research Commission.
Right.
A mouthful.
Yes, it is.
Music Theater of Wenatchee, they do such a great job. But this year we did choose Chelan Douglas Volunteer Attorney Services.
Okay, tell us a little bit about them that folks might not know.
They provide low-cost or free attorney services for folks in need. So a lot of rental disputes and things like that, people who need representation but don't have the resources.
Attorneys are not cheap. There's no
They're
doubt
not,
about that.
And it's a very complicated, sometimes you don't know where to go.
Yeah.
And they do a good job of helping people navigate that system.
Well, good for them because I hadn't even heard of that. So this is great to see them doing
Yeah,
that.
so it's local attorneys who volunteer their time and contribute
Terrific.
back out.
And the last award,
Yeah, this was
the envelope, please.
This is kind of the big one. This is the Cornerstone Award, and this year we went with 6 different agencies that came together to help put
Wow.
on the Professional Development Summit this year. And so SkillSource, WorkSource, Wenatchee Valley College, Apple STEM Network, Wenatchee Learns Connect, and Career Technical Education.
And the winner is?
That's all of them.
Oh, I see. The award went to all of them. I get it.
We gave it
Wow.
to all of them, and we couldn't just
Couldn't
pick
decide.
one. They volunteered their time and put together an amazing professional development summit for the community. We had, I think they had over 100 participants, and it was a lot of work and effort, and they all put some time in and made it a great event.
Well, I got to tell you, the CTE outfit out here is amazing how far they've come in over the years, and I think most people have never been there, have never seen what's in that building, and there is a lot going on at CTE.
Yeah.
And they're all
Great
terrific
group of
organizations. Of course, Wenatchee Valley College getting ready to build their last beautiful building that we finally got financed, so we're going to complete that picture next year too.
I know, it's exciting stuff.
That is good stuff.
Yeah,
So
we're doing good work.
tell us what else. Now we've seen the past, we've done the banquet, got the awards out. What's going on in April?
Well, we're still continuing on. So Careers After School,
Oh, yeah.
we'll have another event.
Yeah, we just talked about that last month. Where is it going to be this time?
Pacific Engineering.
Okay.
Yeah, so they were our award winners last year at the banquet.
Okay,
Yeah,
what do they
so
do?
They do design, construction design work for
Okay.
businesses, a lot of the businesses here in town, and street work, and they're the planners. They have the blueprints. Yeah.
They make things happen.
Yeah.
Well, the kids should get some interest out of that for
Oh,
sure.
absolutely.
Because that's a career that's really, engineering is a big deal, and there's a lack of engineers available. So
Right, yeah, and there's
good one to do.
there's a lot to go into that, so that'll be a great event.
Got business after hours as always.
We always
Where's
do
that
business
happening in
after.
April?
So this time it's at Sage. They also were the winners last year at our banquet for the nonprofit award. Sage provides services for folks of domestic violence, abuse.
Great organization.
Oh my gosh, it's unfortunate we need them, but they are a wonderful group of people and they're dedicated. So we're gonna go and see their facilities and learn a little bit more.
And that's open to folks to come do that.
Yeah, business
Absolutely.
after hours is open to anyone. Come learn about a business and see what they're about and meet the leaders in that organization.
Excellent. Okay, and there's one more I see.
One more, 1 million cups. We do it every month.
Yes, tell us about 1
It's
million
actually
cups.
a May event, but I know we're hitting it early because it's May 1st.
Yeah.
So 1 million cups, we do it right here in the Wenatchee Valley Chamber of Commerce tasting room, and
Okay.
it's wonderful because it's a chance to see what a business is doing and what they kind of need help with, and to give them some feedback. It's camaraderie and it's suggestions, and they're not asking for money, they're just asking for suggestions and help, and you get to learn a little bit more about a business too.
We have a lot of very unique products and services here at the Chamber. And one thing that's very unique is having a tasting room in the middle of the Chamber of Commerce. Tell us a little bit about that again. You can come in any time during regular hours.
Yep.
And
You can buy wine here, but what's great is you can taste it. So if you're not sure what you like, Sandy is an expert. She knows all the wines, where they grow the grapes and how they make the wine. And then if you love it, you can buy it. We represent 27 different wineries.
and they're all, I would assume, fairly local.
They're all local.
And I've seen labels up there that I've never seen in a store.
I
So you
know.
have some very unique
You're
products
not
here.
tasting enough.
Okay. I'll make a point of it next time I stop in. Well, that is terrific. We are just so happy to have the Chamber of Commerce participate in Chamber Calls. Thank you for being with us every month to tell
Thank
people
you.
what's going on.
Yeah.
You do so many things that other chambers don't do, and really leading the way and making the Valley a better place to live. Thank you very
Well,
much.
we want this to be everyone's chamber. Everyone should know where we are and come in and visit.
So come on down, get a taste of wine, check out the events, lots of other information here on the things that you can do in the Valley. Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That's Chamber Calls for April 2019. As you can see, the sun is shining, the weather's getting warmer. It's time to take off the coats and get ready for summer. It is going to be a fabulous summer, as you can tell, in Chelan, in Leavenworth, in Wenatchee, and yes, even in the Methow Valley. We couldn't get up there this time around, but we're going to make another attempt at the next show to get up to the Methow Valley and see all the great things that are happening up there, too. For now, this is Cary Condotta. This is Chamber Calls, and we'll see you next month.